Many people imagine Iran differently, but massive engineering projects are quietly rising across the country despite economic pressure and sanctions. These ambitious developments prove Iran continues investing heavily in infrastructure designed to reshape transportation, water systems, and economic connections across regions. Across deserts, mountains, and coastlines, engineers are building projects that could redefine Iran's development path and influence neighbouring regions significantly. From advanced railways to enormous highways, these projects highlight determination to modernise infrastructure while strengthening trade routes and national connectivity. Prepare to explore some remarkable engineering achievements currently underway across Iran that demonstrate ambition, resilience, and long term planning. Iran's central regions have struggled for decades with severe drought conditions, while coastal areas receive significantly higher rainfall throughout the year. Agriculture has suffered heavily because underground water reserves were overused, while persistent droughts reduced natural water availability across large provinces. Communities and industries began facing serious shortages, forcing the government to consider large-scale engineering solutions to secure reliable water supplies. One groundbreaking initiative now aims to transfer seawater from the Sea of Oman deep into Iran's dry interior regions. This massive project is designed to stabilise water resources while supporting agriculture industries and millions of residents living far inland. The Oman Sea Water Transfer Initiative represents the largest water supply project ever attempted in Iran's modern infrastructure history. Engineers plan to extract seawater along the southern coastline, then purify it using advanced reverse osmosis desalination technology. After purification, the water will travel hundreds of kilometres inland through enormous pipelines, crossing deserts, rugged mountains, and difficult terrain. These underwater and overland pipelines will stretch more than 500 kilometres, delivering essential water supplies towards central Iranian provinces. For drought-affected regions, this project could become a crucial lifeline, supporting economic survival and population stability. The massive transmission pipelines will measure nearly 2 metres wide, allowing extremely large volumes of water to move efficiently inland. Every year, engineers expect around 200 million cubic metres of seawater to be processed and transferred across the country. To imagine this scale, it equals filling more than 880,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools annually. Powerful pumping stations will push water through the long pipeline network, ensuring consistent pressure throughout mountainous and challenging terrain. Large storage facilities will store and distribute water once it reaches cities, farms and industries across Iran's central provinces. Iran has already invested approximately $400 million into early stages of the ambitious water transfer infrastructure program. Construction progress has reached roughly 23% as international specialists collaborate with Iranian engineers to advance the project. Experts from different countries contribute knowledge while local engineers handle complex terrain challenges during pipeline and facility construction. The government considers the project essential because central provinces continue experiencing worsening groundwater depletion and severe water shortages. Without intervention, agriculture, industry, and residential communities across large parts of the country could face long-term crisis conditions. For decades, central Iran has endured an escalating water crisis affecting farming productivity, local economies, and daily life for millions. Groundwater reservoirs have steadily declined due to excessive pumping, while climate patterns increase drought frequency across many provinces. The Seawater Transfer Project offers a bold strategy designed to reduce dependency on underground water resources. Once operational, the system will deliver reliable water to farms, factories, and households struggling with unpredictable supply conditions. Ultimately, this initiative could stimulate agricultural recovery, industrial expansion, and improved living standards throughout Iran's drought-affected interior regions. Completing such a massive infrastructure system requires cooperation between government agencies, private investors, and numerous engineering organisations. Large financing packages and complex construction logistics are necessary to move materials, equipment, and workforce across remote terrain. Teams of engineers continue working through harsh environments, including deserts, steep mountains, and isolated construction zones. Despite these challenges, Iran remains determined to finish the project, believing it will secure the country's long term water stability. If successful, central Iran could transform from a drought threatened region into a more sustainable and economically resilient landscape. Another extraordinary infrastructure development focuses on Iran's rapidly expanding highway network connecting major economic and tourist regions. One of the most important projects is the massive Tehran North Freeway cutting directly through the rugged Alborz Mountains. This expressway will extend roughly 121 kilometres, linking the crowded capital Tehran with northern coastal provinces. The route ultimately connects travellers to the scenic Caspian Sea region, known for tourism, agriculture, and important commercial activity. Building such a highway across mountainous terrain requires enormous tunnels, bridges, and advanced engineering solutions throughout the route. Constructing a 6-lane expressway through steep mountains presents significant technical challenges rarely seen in highway engineering projects. Engineers must carve tunnels through solid rock while building large bridges across deep valleys and unstable slopes. The freeway includes 39 tunnels and 59 bridges, forming one of Iran's most complex transportation infrastructures. Among them stands the remarkable Talun Tunnel, stretching approximately 6.5 kilometres, making it the longest tunnel. These massive structures allow the road to pass safely through mountains previously considered extremely difficult for transportation networks. When the entire freeway becomes operational, travel time between Tehran and northern regions will be dramatically reduced. Journeys that once required many hours through dangerous mountain roads will become faster, safer, and far more convenient. Improved transportation will stimulate tourism, allowing more visitors to reach the beautiful Caspian coastal destinations. Trade and logistics companies will also benefit from quicker cargo transport between the capital and northern economic centres. Ultimately, the highway could significantly strengthen regional economic development throughout northern Iran's provinces. The first 32-kilometre section of the Tehran North Freeway officially opened during February 2021. This early phase alone required enormous investment, exceeding 100 trillion Iranian rials, nearly equivalent to $1 billion. Initial construction involved international cooperation before sanctions forced several foreign companies to withdraw from the project. Chinese and South Korean firms originally participated but later stepped away due to geopolitical and financial restrictions. Despite those challenges, Iranian companies continued construction, ensuring progress never completely stopped on this critical national project. A consortium of 7 Iranian construction firms eventually assumed responsibility for continuing work on the massive freeway project. The Mostazafan Foundation plays a leading role coordinating resources, financing, and engineering teams across multiple construction zones. Government authorities recently allocated an additional $150 million for the next construction phase. That stage will extend the freeway another 22 kilometres, bringing travellers closer to the northern coastal provinces. Although the final 47-kilometre section remains unfinished, planning continues for completing the entire ambitious transportation corridor. Beyond engineering achievement, the Tehran North Freeway represents a strategic investment supporting Iran's long-term economic growth. Faster connections between Tehran and northern provinces will encourage tourism development and expand commercial trade opportunities. Businesses, transportation companies, and travellers will all benefit from reliable road access across mountainous terrain. Improved connectivity could unlock new investments throughout the Caspian region, strengthening industries, agriculture, hospitality, and infrastructure services. In many ways, the freeway symbolises Iran's determination to remain connected and economically active despite facing significant international challenges. Another transformative transportation project focuses on constructing a high-speed railway between Tehran and the historic city Mashhad. This railway emerges from growing economic cooperation between Iran and China, particularly within major infrastructure development initiatives. China has invested billions of dollars supporting Iranian transportation modernization, including rail networks capable of supporting faster trains. The Tehran-Mashhad rail corridor will stretch more than 900 kilometres across central and northeastern Iran. Once completed, it could become one of the longest high-speed railway routes anywhere in the Middle East. Engineers plan to electrify the existing railway line while installing modern signalling systems capable of handling high-speed train operations. Currently, journeys between Tehran and Mashhad can take roughly 12 hours depending on train schedules and conditions. After modernisation, travel time could drop to around 6 hours, dramatically improving convenience for passengers travelling across the country. Standard passenger trains may reach speeds near 200 kilometres per hour on upgraded tracks. Advanced tilting trains could potentially reach speeds approaching 250 kilometres per hour along certain railway segments. The electrification project is being handled by a multinational consortium, including Iranian, Italian, and Spanish engineering companies. Construction teams expect the modernisation program to require approximately 42 months before full railway operations begin. China's involvement extends beyond this single railway line as broader plans target modernisation of Iran's entire rail network. Future upgrades could eventually support trains moving even faster across longer distances throughout the country. Such improvements would transform domestic travel, allowing people to cross major regions of Iran within only a few hours.